Hey guys, welcome back with Mark Jackson, and yeah, I have been challenged. My buddy Noisy Boy, check him out, my featured channels, The Truth, on the right side of my page, has challenged me to it's something like the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, except for it's YouTube questions. And tonight I'm going to answer some questions for you guys. So, here we go. Oh, by the way, at the end of this video, we're supposed to nominate 4 other people, challenge 4 other people to do it too. So we're going to be doing that as well. So yeah, let's get right into it. If you want to know a little bit more about Mark Jackson, here's your chance. And also, you know, there are 4 or 5 questions here. Actually, I think there's a total of 6 or 7. I'm going to read them at random. So. But I figured, you know, in the spirit of things, I scrambled around all day long after I got the challenge from Noisy Boy, and had my friends and family throw some bonus questions in here. So we've got a few more questions as well. But yeah, let's start with the standard questions. I'll link these down in the description below, so the challengers can copy them easily. Anyway, so the question is, question 1 from Mark Jackson, moi, is why did you start YouTube? I started YouTube ironically because my girlfriend and my mom both play piano, and they want to put their music up on YouTube to see, you know, how many hits or people enjoy it and what have you. And I figured, I've always been a gamer, so what better way to test audio, video, software, you know, get to know everything and start a community than doing what I love to do, and that's games. But yeah, that's the reason why I started YouTube, is to put their music up online. All right, so question number 2 is, where did your YouTube name come from? And that's a funny one. It's a funny one because I lost a bet with a friend of mine on a basketball game. See, there's a retired basketball player, played for the Indiana Pacers with Reggie Miller, named Mark Jackson. And he went on to be the Golden State Warriors coach. He is now, and was before that, an announcer, a broadcaster for the NBA, or Turner Network or whatever. But yeah, I can't stand the guy's broadcasting. Great basketball player, great guy, but I can't stand it to listen to his voice, and it drives me nuts. So long story short, I lost a bet, and I had to name myself Mark Jackson. You know, so I keep that. The friend of mine that I lost the bet to since is deceased, and so I'm never going to change the name. But and a lot of people have asked me to too. You know, Mark Jackson's way too common name on YouTube, and for good reason. It'd be a lot easier for people to find my channel if I changed my name. But I lost that bet, and I got to keep that for the rest of my life, out of respect. But yeah, that's the story. Next question is, how long have you been doing YouTube? 5.5 to 6 months. And that's funny too, because the first time I ever even messed with YouTube was when I sat down to watch the Bethesda E3 in 2015, because I was sure we were going to see Fallout. Of course we did, but I never messed with YouTube before then. I never watched videos. I never did anything with it whatsoever. So when Fallout came out, I got really involved in the community because I'm a huge Fallout fan. But that's how long I've been doing it, and thank you guys. I mean, I've grown so fast. I'm so happy you guys are digging the content. I'm so happy with going over and seeing your content. If you're new to my site, I hope you enjoy. All right, so what do I use to record with? And what I use to record with is in-game video and audio. I use Shadowplay. And for audio, voice audio, right now, I use a program called Audacity, which is free, and it has great filters and effects and all kinds of things. It's very easy to learn. I'd really recommend people trying it out if you don't know. Excuse me, got a cold. All right, I also use a blue snowball microphone on a boom, and I'm sure I'm showing you a picture of that right now. That's not actually a picture of my actual setup, but it's pretty darn close. So that's what I use to record with: a blue snowball condenser microphone, Audacity, and Shadowplay. Next question: do you make your own thumbnails? The answer is yeah, and I'm pretty good in Adobe Photoshop, but I use a very arcane program, Paint Shop Pro 7. to put my thumbnails together. It's just quicker and easier for me. All right, next question, guys. Who made your intros and outros? Well, I did. As you can see, I don't really have an outro. And this is another interesting question because, as you guys have probably noticed, I haven't used an intro or really an outro other than me, spanking in your ass and saying have a good night. Because I tend to skip intros, especially the lengthy ones. That's my personal opinion. I don't use an intro anymore because I watch a lot of other people's videos, and whether they're good, whether they're not, I don't, okay, I've seen it 10 times. I'm clicking the YouTube button. Sorry, hit my mic there. Clicking the YouTube button, or the video button, trying to skip them and get by, just so I can get onto the content that's really important. So, I skip The Walking Dead's intro. I skip Game of Thrones intro, etc., etc., etc. I'm just not interested in watching intros after I've seen them a ton of times, which is the reason why I don't put them on my videos. I think it's a better use of people's time, because it's really limited when you're going to sit down and watch other people's content. So I want to get cracking right into it right away for you guys. Okay. Do you think that this final question of the challenge, and then I've got some bonus questions too, drummed up by my friends and family in the space of like 4 hours, so bear with me. But here's the final question of the challenge. Do you think you will ever quit YouTube? That's a complicated question. I want to continue doing content. I don't plan on stopping, and of course I'm doing all this for my family, so they can get their piano and their music up there. But YouTube's and Twitter have kind of been invaded by social justice warriors. This whole YouTube Heroes thing, non-ad friendly content, a short story. I got one of my videos demonetized because I used a stim pack in Fallout 4, and the use of drugs, even to save my life, the reason they gave me, was not ad friendly. So I don't know how full-on social justice warrior they're going to go. That right there is my question. We'll see. I want to continue to do content, and also there's a beta site called Minds. It's a long ways away from being ready, but hopefully that's a platform that we can step over to. I guess the creators of Minds have sworn that they're not going to censor and block and go all kinds of ham with content. But I'm going to be around for a while, long story short. And that is the challenge. But I do have some bonus questions from my friends and family. So let me look those up real quick here. And then I've got to nominate 4 people to do this same challenge. All right, what is your favorite house-related chore? That's the question. Believe it or not, that's the question. Should anybody have a favorite chore? Ironically, I do. I like mowing the lawn. I love mowing my lawn. I don't know why. I just love it. I'm probably going to be flashing up a picture of my lawnmower up here. But yeah, I mow the lawn. I mow my neighbor's lawns too. I love mowing. That's a pretty good question. All right, next one, because we want to keep this cracking. Ooh, a Fallout question. What is your favorite Fallout 4 NPC? Ooh, I wonder if they mean... I've got one. Whether it's companions or just NPCs, and it's certainly not Marcy Blue or whatever her name is. God, can we kill her yet? I think we can. My favorite NPC, including companions as well, is High Rise, and he works for the railroad. He really stood out to me with a person of, he had a personality, character. Kind of sad what happens. I don't want to spoil it, but High Rise, my favorite. Now let's keep this moving here. What is your favorite video game? Well, without a doubt, it's Unreal Tournament 1999. Look, I hosted LAN parties, went to LAN parties, actually all over the country. And I went to people's weddings that I played against, had made friends for life. I'm sure I'm going to be throwing up some screenshots of Optimus Prime and St. Michael. I'm Optimus Prime back then, and St. Michael is my brother-in-law. Our team was hugely successful. Wonderful game. Made so many friends. Again, inspired me to do LAN parties and really bridged the way here into YouTube. So, interacting with people, I remember being scared of talking on the microphone at my own LAN parties and really getting into it. And a lot of tools and a lot of experience from that came over here to YouTube. So I really appreciate that game from opening the door. Next question, bonus question is, what is your favorite way to travel? Well, I'll tell you what, it's not flying. I do enough of that shit. My favorite way to travel is I've got a Suzuki Cruiser motorcycle, and I love it. There's something about pulling up to a stoplight and putting your feet on the ground while you're riding a bike. I love the scooter. Just love it. What is your favorite TV show of all time is the next question. If I had to say, it'd be the History Channel's Modern Marvels. And they explain technology, they explain disasters. It's a show that just pumps knowledge into your head. Yeah, it's a wonderful show. I encourage everybody out there to go and check it out. There's too much to talk about there. And we've got time for one more, I see. Yeah, we've got time for one more. What is your opinion on the Second Amendment? I am all for the Second Amendment. I don't think that people should be walking down the street with a rocket launcher, but an AR-15 is fine with me. There's people they got to learn the difference between an AR-15 and an assault rifle. People go nuts about this stuff. Don't understand the terms. It's all blurred line. But I will say this: when the bad guys show up and do horrible things, and shoot up a movie theater, for instance, in James Holmes' case, who had an AR-15, which was horrible, and my heart goes out to the victims and their families and friends. When the bad guys show up with these kinds of weapons, my question to you is, what weapon systems do the good guys show up with to stop them? Duh, AR-15s. There's plenty of law-abiding citizens that shouldn't pay the price because bad people that are going to find a way to hurt you anyway are going to do bad things. Anyway, those are the answers to the so I hope challenge accepted, Noisy Boy, and hopefully I got it right. Now I have to nominate 4 people, and I'm looking at my featured channel section here, and I'm going to nominate Loco 4-Pack, Raymond Ronan. Come on, Raymond, I know you can do that. I can't wait to see what you'll do with this. And additionally, I can't wait to see what these next 2 are going to do. And that's Sparracus and Many Faces. Now, all these guys have slamming YouTube channels. So if you want to check them out my featured channels, The Truth, on the right-hand side of the page. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys do with this too. Hey, I've been Mark Jackson. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.